Hello, my old school soul food family. Chef Jeffrey back with another video. All right, y'all. It is, you know what time it is. It's Friday night. But it's not only Friday night. It is Valentine's Day weekend. So I'm going to kill what they say, 2 birds with 1 stone. So I'm doing my Friday night cake and my happy Valentine's Day cake tonight. So that's why we're making old school red velvet cake. I don't preferably like red velvet cake. I'll eat it. I don't make it. Very seldom make it for 2 reasons. I don't like chocolate. And you know, red velvet cake, all it is a chocolate cake with red food coloring. And that refers me to the next reason I don't like it. I don't like using a lot of coloring additives in food. I'm just not a proponent of that. I'll do it every once in a while. I'm just not like adding artificial food colorings and things in food. So that's the reason I really don't make red velvet cake that much. But it's a nice cake. I'll eat it. I mean, if somebody give me a piece, I'll eat it. I mean, like, I just don't hate it. But yeah, that's the reason I don't make it a lot. But tonight is a special occasion. I feel absolutely amazing. This is the best I really felt on a Friday in almost a month. So I feel really good and blessed. So anyway, let's get started here, y'all. This method of this cake I developed, it's going to be a little different method than I do my normal cake. I'm still going to cream the butter and sugar, add the eggs slowly, and then but I'm using 2 types of oil. I'm using butter and I'm going to use vegetable oil. But the thing is, I'm going to add all the liquids together at one time. You'll see as I go through it. And then I'm going to add the dry last all at one time. So I'm doing it that way to kind of make sure this cake is light and moist and try to reason I'm adding the dry last, I want to develop as less gluten as I possibly can when I add the dry ingredients. I'm not going to mix it that much. Once I add the dry ingredients, I'm going to just mix just enough to fold it in, and that's it. So the cake will come out nice, light, and fluffy. So let's get started here, y'all. Very simple, like I always do all my other ones. I guess if I get my stuff here, I'm going to be ready to go. Stick of butter here, 1/2 cup. You know, 1/2 cup is a stick of butter is a 1/2 cup, y'all. Most of y'all know that by now. If you don't, y'all haven't been listening to my show. All right, blend the butter and sugar together. Like all cakes. And while I'm doing that, I got my all-purpose flour here, my cocoa, baking soda. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna kind of mix this together. You can sift it, but what I do, I just do this while the thing is mixing. Make sure it's well incorporated. I mean, you can use a sifter, but I use let me get my wire whisk. And what I do, I just whisk mine in the bowl, and it pretty much breaks up everything. Having to break out my whisk. So I'm gonna step off, y'all, and let this go. This gotta go about 5-6 minutes. I want to get a lot of air in it, and I want to get a lot of creaminess in it. So I'm gonna step off, and we'll be back in about 3 or 4 minutes, and we'll go to the next step. We'll be right back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Now I'm gonna add the eggs to this. Down here. down again. Like I say, y'all, when I make red velvet cake, I'm very particular. It's a little bit different how I do a regular cake because of the cocoa that goes in it, and the buttermilk and the vinegar and all that. Okay, now I'm gonna add my vanilla to this, and my vegetable oil. You can use olive oil too, y'all, if y'all want. This gonna ensure. Okay. There's some soap bubbles on the side of my bowl, y'all. Okay. Alrighty. Now, this is well incorporated. Now, what I'm gonna do now, I got my buttermilk here and my vinegar. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add the two together. Buttermilk in here. And my vinegar. And that's gonna activate the buttermilk, which is gonna activate the baking soda. Whenever you put baking soda in something, you need to add something with acidity in there to activate the baking soda, to make it rise, to make it do something. The baking soda is not going to rise by itself. It needs something with acidity in it to make it rise. So what I'm doing, I'm adding two acidity. Buttermilk, which has acid in it, and vinegar, of course, it has acid in it. So to make sure it's definitely going to rise, I'm using double acidity. Like I say, baking is pretty much a science. It's a simple science, though. Scrape this down. Make this, see how it's already activating. Now, last thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add my dry ingredients in here, y'all. Let me get my spoon here. I don't want to make a mess. Make a mess here. I'm gonna put the dry ingredients in here. There we go. I didn't make a mess this week, y'all. So that means I'm feeling better. Okay, I don't want to mix it that much. Y'all remember that, huh? I just want to do just enough to incorporate it. Just enough to incorporate it. Okay. That's it. Now, here comes the fun part for some people. To make this thing red. You can make it as red or as light as you want. Now, I don't like to use the red food coloring that you get in a little thing that's liquid. I like to use the gel-based food coloring. When you can get in specialty cake stores, you get them stuff like Williams-Sonoma and stuff like that. Some grocery stores have them, but it's very limited that they have them. So I like to use, like I say, the you can see how this is a different. See how thick that is? That's a gel base. So okay, we're gonna put that much. We're gonna see how red it comes. You can make it as red. I like to put like maybe a half a teaspoon. Stir this up again. Scrape it down here. Got some on the rim here. This stuff is so potent. This red food coloring is like, definitely want to get this on yourself, y'all. That's why I'm being very careful. I'm going to put a little bit more. Like I say, this is a gel base and it's not a liquid base. I think that should do it, y'all. Let me scrape it down really, really good, though. I want to make sure, because sometimes when you're using food coloring, and after it come out and after it bake, it's not as red as you thought. So I'm going to put a little bit more in here. This is Valentine's Day. That should do it. That'll definitely do it. See how red? That's what I want. I want it really, really red. And that's it, y'all. Now we're going to get this food coloring out of the way. I don't want to spill this stuff. Let me clean up here. Because it's okay. All right, now we got our pans here. Let me get this up out of here. Yes, sir. Nothing like red velvet cake on Valentine's Day. I got the little on the side there, y'all. So I'm gonna mix the other by hand. I don't want to mix it too much in the mixer. Make sure I got it really mixed really good in there. Okay, see how pretty and red that is? Now, I got my pans here. And we're gonna, y'all know me, I don't even be measuring when I put in these pans. I'll just be kind of eyeballing it. That's okay. Like I said, I put the short one on the bottom and the long one on the top. You can measure it with a cup if you want to, but me, I'm old school. I just hide. And that's it, y'all. We're gonna smooth the batter out. Move the batter out. Make sure it's nice and smooth here. Get the rest of it off of there. And that's it. I'm gonna put in the oven 350 degrees, about 30 minutes. We'll come back. We'll start working on the frosting. So we'll be right back. Okay, y'all, we back. Now we gotta make the frosting for this. And y'all know this is my favorite frosting, y'all. Cream cheese. Well, let me make sure this butter's make sure my butter is at the right temperature. You know what, y'all? I'm gonna put this butter in the microwave just a second here. what's happening. It's sitting out in my house here, but it is, as you know, it is cold. It's winter time and it is cold. So I'll be right back here. Let me get this, put it in the microwave about 10 seconds and I'll be right back. Okay, y'all. Yeah, it's not the right room temperature as usual in my house because it's very cold. It's like an average 65 degrees now instead of 70 in here. Okay. We're gonna cream the butter and cream cheese together, y'all. Just like your normal cream cheese icing. Nothing special. Scrape this bowl down. Nice and straight down here. Okay. You're going to add the vanilla to this. I'm going to add a half a pound of powdered sugar, which is a half of this bag here. A pound, not a half a pound of powdered sugar, which is half of this bag. This bag is a pound. This gonna be fun, ain't it? Scrape this down. Scrape this down. I love this stuff, y'all. I could eat this stuff off a spoon. That's it, y'all. That's it on the icing. So we'll come back when the cake is out of the oven. I'll show you that. Then we'll let the cake cool. Then we'll frost this thing and we're going to put this cake together. This takes a little time, but this definitely worth it. So we'll be right back. Okay, y'all, the cakes are ready. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to let these sit here for a little bit. Then I'm going to take them out. I'm going to put them on a raw rack and let them cool for about an hour. I want to make sure they're completely cool because remember, we're messing with cream cheese and butter. So these need to be absolutely cold before I frost them. So like I said, I'll let it sit here for about 10 minutes in here. I'm going to flip them out, put them on a raw rack, and then we'll come back in about an hour, and then we'll frost them up, and then we're almost through, y'all. It's like I say, red velvet cake is not a simple, like a pound cake. You just take it, put it together, flip it out, throw some glaze on it. It takes a little work, a little time, and it's a little technique to my recipe, but I guarantee you, if you go by this recipe, it will be the most moist, lightest, delicious red velvet cake you ever tasted. I'm not saying it because I created the recipe and I did it. I'm just telling you because it's true. I've made it many times for people. Like I said, I don't eat it that much myself, but I made it many times for other people and they rave about it. So, I mean, I just want y'all to try this recipe, especially for Valentine's Day, especially you fellas out there. You ladies, get your fellas in the kitchen, let them watch my video a few times, and they can do this. Y'all can just supervise them. But anyway, I'll be back when it's time to frost the cake, and we'll go from there. We'll be right back. Okay, y'all, we back here. The cakes are out nice and cool. Now, I'm going to put it here on the plate here, and we're going to do the first layer. And what I like to do, y'all, let me put this in over here on the side. I like to put some parchment paper or a wax paper here on the bottom of the plate, so when I'm icing the cake, the plate, when it gets a lot of frosting and crumbs here, at the end, all I have to do is just pull out the plastic, pull out the parchment paper, and the plate is clean already. So that's just a little tip I like to do sometimes. Okay, y'all, let's get going here. Enough talking. You know, I like to put a lot of frosting in the middle. There's no science to this, y'all. And what I should have done, I should have put some frosting in the bottom of the cake so it didn't move, but it is what it is. It is what it is today. Okay. In this part of the cake, you know, it don't have to be so pretty. But I like a lot of filling in the middle of the cake. Just move it right along there, y'all. Set on that. Make sure y'all can see. Okay, y'all can see. Okay. Take the next layer. I do the flat side up. Flat side up there. Now, thing here. Put that somewhere. Okay. Do this the same way. Along. Like I say, y'all, this is frosting cake is no big deal, y'all. Some people think it's a big time-consuming thing, but it's not really nothing to it. Really nothing to it, y'all. Just go to the top, go over the side, just like that. Top, sides. But the key, like I say, the key is to make sure the cake is completely cold when you do cream cheese icing. So that's nothing but butter and cream cheese, which you know will melt quickly. So y'all, this is probably boring for TV. So y'all got the idea here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish frosting this and I'm going to come back because there's a few more steps I'm going to do to this cake. But I'm going to get the frosting all on here. And when I come back, I'm going to show you the other steps I'm going to do. So I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, we back. Okay, now I got the cake frosted. Like I say, I'm not a pastry chef or nothing like that. So I'm not a perfect at frosting cake, but it's not really a science. Just put the frosting on there the best way you can. Now in sake of Valentine's Day, I'm going to give it the Valentine's Day look. Now, some of the frosting that I had, I took out. I put some red food coloring in it. I got a pastry bag here and a tip. And all I'm going to do, y'all, go around here like this. Around the edges of the cake. Around the edge of the cake like that. It don't have to be perfect. Okay. Just give it some kind of a look. Valentine's Day look, you know. I mean, just do it however you want it. Nothing in instant science or nothing. I just want to put some red A little red look on that. A little bit more right here. Use up all that extra frosting. Right here. See that? A little bit more here. Okay. Now, I also got, I bought some little sprinkles. Little red sprinkles here. We're going to put a little of these on there. See that? Little red sprinkles on there. See that? Like in the middle. Like I'll say, presentation is half of the cake there. Okay, that's it. Now what I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator and I'm gonna let this frosting set up, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna cut this. I guess y'all say enough commercials. Let's cut this cake. Good things come to those who wait. But we'll be back in about, I'm gonna let it set up about 45 minutes, and we'll come back and I'm gonna slice it up and we'll end this video, I promise. So we'll be right back. Okay, y'all, we back here. Now we're gonna cut this thing. See, I let it set up in the fridge for about an hour. And we're gonna see what we got here, y'all. Get a nice clean cut here. You get a nice clean cut here, y'all. All right, here come the big reveal, y'all. Here we go. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Nice, pretty color. Nice red, pretty color there. That's what you want. That's what you want in your red velvet cake, y'all. Easy to make. It's a few steps to it, but like I say, it's worth the time and effort. Okay, let's take a little piece of this. You know this stuff is moist. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that. Moist, y'all. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. Like I say, I'm not a chocolate fan, but I will eat it. I won't go out of my way if I go out and order any. But if somebody in the house and they offer him peas, I'll eat it. I mean, I'm not that like, oh, it sucks, it's just horrible or whatever. Nah. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I say, this is the best I felt in a month, y'all, on a Friday night cake night. I really appreciate everybody's nice comments and well wishes on my COVID video, because it was a tough 3 weeks for me, but I got to it, and I'm back to, I'm about like 90 to 95% right now. Still, sometimes I talk too much time, a little get out of breath, but other than that, I'm eating, and I'm pretty much, you know, almost back to full strength. So I'm happy, and I'm just gonna keep pumping out these videos until God calls me home. You know how that is. So anyway, please follow my other social media accounts: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch TV, Pinterest, and oldschoolsoulfood.com. Remember the hashtag this year: help somebody, old school soul food. And until next time, y'all, have a blessed old school soul food day. I'll see y'all in the next video. Y'all stay safe out there. Bye.